everyone, welcome to my channel, The Transparent Homeschool. My name is Beth and today we are doing a curriculum review. I am going to be talking about Grammar Galaxy, and if you have not heard of this program before, stick around so I can share how awesome it is. Before we get into it, why don't you hit the like and subscribe button and hit the little bell so that you don't miss any of my future curriculum reviews. So like I said, today we are going to be going into Grammar Galaxy. I had not heard about this before this year, so this past summer I was looking for a new language arts program, and I am pretty glad that I found this. I had happened to just kind of come across it, and I wrote it down on a piece of paper with all of the other choices that I was kind of considering, and I started to do some research on it. Grammar Galaxy is a story-based language arts program. It is broken up into units. It goes through different parts of language arts. So one unit is on spelling, one is on grammar, one is on literature, so on and so forth. There are 5 units in a program. There are 36 chapters. So like I said, it is a story-based program. I will do a flip through in a little bit of each of this book and the workbook. So the terminology is a little bit fun. So this is the mission manual. And this doesn't really have a name. I call it the teacher's, manual or whatever. Now you really use this program however you want to. I choose to read a story and do the worksheets all on one day. The next day you read the next story, you do the next set of worksheets, so on and so forth. You could also start off your week by reading the story in this book, and then maybe throughout the week do the worksheets as you go along. Before we get into the flip through, I want to share with you their website. They have a really comprehensive website, easy to use. It has different links and stuff. If you don't know anything about this program and you want to learn more, their website will be linked in the description box. However, it is funtolearnbooks.com, and if you are just, again, interested, if you keep coming down here, it shows you there are 8 programs and there are different grades that go with each program. So once you're on the website and you click here, it takes you to kind of an information page, and again it shows you all of the different levels that they have. This program goes from 1st grade to 8th grade, so if you have a student in that range, then there should be a level for you. But if you keep going down, it tells you a little bit about, the program, how it works and everything like that. But then it tells you that you can get it in print like I have, or you can get it a digital copy and use it online. Then there is a placement quiz, which I highly recommend using. Take the quiz, see where your child lands, and, be honest. It's totally okay to start from the beginning, even if you have a 3rd grader. The first level does say 1st and 2nd grade. But if you have a child who, is kind of on that borderline, go down a grade or go down a level. It's totally okay. And you know what? They'll probably breeze through some of it, which will boost their confidence anyway. And then you can look through a lesson for free. I liked it, but it wasn't as informative as I would have liked it to be. Just, again, I'd never heard of it before, so I didn't know how to use it. This just shows you what the pages look like. If you keep going down, it's a little bit about the author and why she made the program, and then the scope and sequence, then some testimonies as well. So the website is pretty helpful, and the placement quiz, like I said, I took the placement quiz for my children, and that is how they both ended up on Nebula Volume 1. The best part about this program, in my opinion, is the audiobook. Each level does come with an audiobook that reads the stories for you, and I find that super helpful. The narrator does all of the fun voices and stuff, so it's fun for my kids. But anyway, so I'm going to be doing a flip through of the storybook, the teacher's book, and the mission manual. You will need both, just because this is kind of setting up the worksheets, and then these are the worksheets. So like I said, we are going to do a flip through. This is the mission manual that your kids are going to need, and this is the book for the teacher. So first we are going to go through the book for the teacher since it's not that big. And when you open it up, you have just kind of what level you're on. You have the table of contents. And again, if you notice here, you are split up into units. Like I said, there are 5 units. There are 36 chapters, so you could easily turn this into a year-long program if you wish. We just do not do that. So Unit 1 is Adventures in Literature. So this unit is going to be all about different points of literature, different kinds of topics about that. So again, Chapter 1, you read the story. Read the story. There are 3 vocabulary words in each lesson. They are all in dark font so that you can easily find them. And then we're at whatever page they are on, they have the definition right here. Each lesson is about the same length. It's going to be somewhere between 4 and 6 pages. However, again, we listen to all of it on audiobook. So that means roughly, I don't know, anywhere from 10 to 13 minutes. Not that bad. And then at the end of every lesson, there are 3, sometimes 4, comprehension questions, and it is about the entire story so far. Then you would go into your mission manual. You would open up to lesson 1, the first mission. How this is set up, there are 3 children. They are part of the royal family. This is the royal family right here. There are 3 children, the king and queen, and they live on planet English, and they rule over different planets. And there is an enemy, and he is trying to destroy grammar for the galaxy, and these 3 children become the guardians. The grammar guardians, they always encounter some kind of problem in the story, and then at the end, they make a mission for your student to complete in their mission manual. And so each lesson, again, is laid out pretty much the same. Here are your comprehension questions. Chapter 3, here are your vocabulary words. In dark font, here are some definitions, the comprehension questions, Chapter 4, and so on and so forth. So, it's laid out very easily. Every lesson, as far as the story, is the same. There's the story, there's the comprehension questions, and you go on to your mission manual. Like I said, there are 5 units. There are 36 chapters in all. That's 35, not 36. So 36 chapters in all. However, every time that you complete a unit in your mission manual, there will be, so after, for example, this is Chapter 7. After Chapter 7, you go on to Unit 2. In the mission manuals, there will be kind of a review-like section. And I will show you that when we do the flip through of the mission manual. So this is like your storybook. Again, I do not read this. I have the audiobook, but I do follow along so that my children can see that I'm following along and I'm invested in the text as well. But then every time we come across one of the vocabulary words, I do pause it. I say the definition. I ask them what it means. I say the definition again, and then we move on. So that's how I do it. You can do it however you want. And you don't even have to, again, this program offers so much freedom. You don't really have to do anything with the vocabulary words. They're there if you want to use them. Next, we're going to go to the mission manual. I love this book. It's so fun. It isn't all black and white, so not too much color. I think all of the lessons vary enough to keep it interesting, and they are relatively short. So, again, we are on the Nebula Volume 1. This is for 1st and 2nd grade, and so it is very easy for them to do. Again, you start off with a note to the teacher after the table of contents, and then you get right into it. Unit 1, Adventures in Literature. So this is Lesson 1. All of this text here is an email that the children send you as the guardians. They are enlisting your student to help them be the guardians of Grammar Galaxy. And so each mission has a specific topic that is exactly what the story was about. And then it tells you just a little bit of information. Now, I'm not going to go too in-depth on this lesson because this is kind of setting up the whole program, so it's a little bit longer. This one actually took us about 2 days to do. So, I am going to kind of just give you a quick flip through of the first couple of lessons, then I will break it down. Okay, we are now on mission number 5, story elements. Again, the whole story in the teacher book was about story elements, your setting, your plot, things like that. And then you have the little email that they send signed by Kirk, Luke, and Ellen English. Those are the children, the guardians of Grammar Galaxy. So it is essentially broken up into steps. And again, you can do one step per day depending on how old your student is. We just choose to do all of the steps on one day just to get the whole lesson complete. It'll start with step 1. There will be an activity. And then in every lesson down here on the first page, it tells you the vocabulary words. It will tell you the meaning, and then they want your student to use it in a sentence, and that is in every lesson. But again, we skip it sometimes, we do it sometimes. It's whatever you as the teacher feel that you are wanting to do. So then here is step 1 right here. Then it goes on to step 2, goes on to step 3. There's usually an advanced guardians activity. That's kind of for your older student. I have them do that as well. And then the thing that I love most about this, there is an update email on the end of the lesson, and it kind of just tells you that the problem has been resolved. But then on the bottom here, it gives you the answers to all of your worksheets. So this could be a completely self-led program after you read in here, or if they listen to the audiobook, then this could technically be completely hands-off from you as a teacher. So I'm going to just continue to give you a quick flip through of this unit, and I will show you when we get to the review section. So here's a review section. It's called the challenge. There are 2 challenges, challenge 1 and challenge 2. This one is for if you either 1, do not get 8 or more answers correct on this part, and you want some extra practice. I just go ahead and do both anyway, just so they do get that extra exposure. So they have questions about the topics covered in this unit, and then they have a little vocabulary quiz down here where you ask them the question and they are to give you the definition. Again, you can choose to do that or you don't have to. And then you go on to the next unit. I'm going to go through, show you kind of what all of this looks like. So that's all for me, friends. That was a very quick flip through of Grammar Galaxy and kind of how we use it. Like I said, go online and check out their whole website. It's very easy to use, and their customer service is great. But if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and I will definitely get back to you because I love this program. I think the story is great. I love how they incorporate that component into their language arts program. It definitely engages my children and keeps them interested in it, and then the worksheets are not too overwhelming. It's very easy to do with any kind of schedule, and you have the complete freedom to do anything that you want with it. So thank you for watching my review and my flip through of this awesome curriculum, Grammar Galaxy. Make sure you give me a like, subscribe, and hit that bell button before you go, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!